Why post the photo? If you don't want the likes, the comments, the thirst, the simps, the haters, all of the above, don't post the photo. You post that, you're looking for all of the comments.
What happens when a WNBA legend calls out one of the league's most hyped young stars? Sue Bird, a 4-time WNBA champion and the longest tenured player in league history, just sent shockwaves through the basketball world. And her target? Angel Reese. After Reese's latest stunt off the court, Bird didn't hold back, drawing comparisons to Caitlin Clark that fans can't stop talking about. Is this the beginning of the end for Reese's reputation, or just the wake-up call she needs?
Really fun, rewarding, and also interesting to watch these younger athletes step into their professional careers. Obviously, Caitlin and Angel are two great examples.
Angel Reese, the self-proclaimed Bayou Barbie, is no stranger to controversy. From viral trash talk moments in college to her high-profile entrance into the WNBA, she's always commanded attention. But this time, her off-court behavior may have crossed a line. After flaunting a red carpet look that critics called unprofessional for a rookie athlete, Reese faced a storm of backlash. The fallout was so intense, she even deleted her Instagram account. Meanwhile, her critics argue she's spending more time on fashion shows and podcasts than on her jump shot.
Like so much earlier, these athletes are thinking about themselves as businesses, as brands. And it's amazing because they're carrying that with them to the WNBA, and so everything's just bigger.
While Reese battles critics, Caitlin Clark is quietly making history. Training harder than ever, Clark has been compared to legends like Diana Taurasi and even Steph Curry for her deep shooting range. Her off-season? Hours in the gym, charity events, and perfecting her game. Meanwhile, Reese is getting headlines for everything but basketball. Fans are starting to ask, what if Reese spent as much time working on her craft as she does building her brand? Two rookies. Two completely different paths.
How can you wear that and also complain and post it and also complain that you don't like being sexualized? What is the take here?
You know, it's funny. I just did another show right before this one, and we talked about how this younger generation just wants to cry and be victims about everything.
Enter Sue Bird, a legend with 4 WNBA titles, 5 Olympic gold medals, and 21 years of experience. Known for her leadership and discipline, Bird recently addressed the new wave of rookies. And while she didn't say Reese's name directly, her comments left little doubt. Bird warned that players must keep basketball the main thing, or risk throwing away their careers. She even compared today's stars to LeBron James, reminding everyone that LeBron never skips a workout despite his billion-dollar empire.
Understand, you want to wear it, you feel great about it, you got a great body, you play in the WNBA, but you cannot cry. You cannot say anything. I mean, have you seen some of her TikTok posts? Like, she's literally held up an outline after getting waxed. You can literally see all of her business there outlined in blue wax. And I'm like, oh yes, please tell me how sexualized you are. I mean, what are you gonna do?
Sue Bird's warning set social media on fire. Fans flooded Twitter and sports forums with one question. Was Bird really talking about Angel Reese? Critics piled on, pointing to Reese's rookie season struggles, her mid-season injury, and her controversial podcast launch. Sports media personalities like Dave Portnoy didn't mince words either, calling Reese classless and accusing her of caring more about attention than winning games. The narrative is shifting, and not in Reese's favor.
Feel like I'm just scratching the surface. I feel like there's just so many areas that I want to improve in and to continue to get in the gym and work on that every single day.
And then there's Shaquille O'Neal. The LSU legend has been one of Reese's biggest defenders, even calling her the greatest athlete in LSU history. But recently, even Shaq couldn't ignore the criticism. On Reese's own podcast, Shaq pressed her with tough questions about Caitlin Clark and work ethic. It was a rare moment where her biggest supporters seemed to be testing her commitment. If Reese loses Shaq's support, her brand might not survive the storm.
Got a new coach who's going to give you new looks, new game plans. You've got another year with Aaliyah Boston, likely Kelsey Mitchell, Lexi Hull. And then you've got the moves that the Fever can make in the offseason, whether it be free agency or the draft, to bolster the roster.
Angel Reese is at a crossroads. Will she prove Sue Bird wrong and silence the critics by doubling down on basketball? Or will she keep chasing headlines and risk her career being defined by off-court drama? Caitlin Clark is already leaving her in the dust statistically, and legends like Bird have made their expectations clear. The question isn't just about Angel Reese's future. It's about whether the WNBA will embrace players who prioritize fame over fundamentals.
Now they're in that world. And so my only advice is usually just to make sure they keep basketball the main thing, because at the end of the day, that is your vehicle.
When a legend like Sue Bird speaks, the entire league listens. Angel Reese has the talent, the platform, and the fan base. But will she put in the work? As the WNBA grows faster than ever before, this rivalry between Reese and Clark, shaped by the words of legends like Bird and Shaq, will define the future of the league. One thing's certain, the spotlight is only getting hotter, and Angel Reese must decide whether she wants to shine under it or get burned by it.
It's your vehicle to, Angel Reese has a podcast. It's her vehicle to be a podcaster, right? Whatever Caitlin ends up doing, it's the vehicle to get you to that point. So you always want to make sure that part doesn't fall.
Angel Reese, better known as the Bayou Barbie, has built a brand bigger than almost any rookie in WNBA history. But recently, her off-court choices have sparked major backlash. After flaunting a bold New Year's Eve gown online, Reese deleted her entire Instagram following waves of criticism. Fans accused her of caring more about social media than basketball. And for many, this wasn't an isolated incident. It was the latest in a pattern of distractions.
It's a balance. You have to find that balance. But when you look at some of the other athletes, particularly men, who've set a little bit of a blueprint in terms of the business and the sport, you never see LeBron miss a workout.
While Reese was making headlines for red carpets and TikToks, her biggest rival Caitlin Clark was making headlines for something else, winning. Clark has been training like a machine, putting in extra hours to expand her shooting range, strengthen her body, and prepare for year 2. Fans can't help but notice the contrast. While one rookie is chasing likes, the other is chasing greatness.
A lot of the videos we see with Caitlin Clark, she's got actual men, grown men out there in her face trying to keep her from making shots and this and that and the other. There's not a lot of hands in Angel Reese's face here. And I am confused by the fact that she's trying to become this long-range player, it looks like. This is... she plays under the basket, or we thought she was playing under the basket.
That's when Sue Bird stepped into the conversation. In a recent interview, Bird warned young players not to lose sight of the game itself. Without naming names, she stressed that basketball must always come first, because at the end of the day, it's the vehicle that drives everything else. Bird even pointed to LeBron James as the blueprint, a global icon who never skips the work. For many, her message was clear. Angel Reese needs to refocus before it's too late.
He's a rookie in the league whose team sucked, who asked out at the end of the season with an injury, who won't shut up about herself, who ran their best player out of town. The coach got fired, and she started a podcast 5 seconds into the thing, creating all this controversy, showing up.
Now Angel Reese faces the biggest question of her young career. Will she listen to Sue Bird's advice, block out the distractions, and prove she belongs among the elite? Or will she let her brand overshadow her basketball? Caitlin Clark's numbers are already dwarfing Reese's, and legends like Bird have made it clear, talent isn't enough. Discipline and focus will decide who lasts and who fades.
First round draft pick, had the season she had, the controversy she had, got injured in a questionable injury, asked out, and then started a podcast gossiping about everything in the league as a rookie? Please.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Caitlin's head down, just in the gym.
Ready to
go. You don't hear a peep from her. She cares about you got me wound.
When Sue Bird speaks, the basketball world listens. And this time, her words could reshape Angel Reese's career. Will Reese silence the critics and prove them wrong? Or will Caitlin Clark continue to widen the gap? One thing is certain. The WNBA's spotlight has never been brighter, and for Angel Reese, it's now or never.
Who you are, you're the female Antoine Jameson.
You know who Antoine Jefferson is? He got 20,000 points with his shot. Whatever your shot is. Like, everybody's shot ain't gonna be Steph Curry. Your shot is your shot.
This is not a personality piece. It's an accountability story. Chemistry matters more than highlight reels. Drop your take below. Who should this guy build around? Camila Cardoso or Angel Reese? Like, subscribe, and we'll track every development, trade rumor, and press conference. Subscribe for the next episode. Where could Reese land? Trade Market Primer.
And she was literally the most inefficient player within 5 foot in all of the WNBA. Any which way you put it, she shot bad from the field. All right, she's 6'3" and she plays under the basket, and she shot 39.1% from the field.